Today, I am Nasame Suti, and today I will show you my teaching demonstration. The subject that I'm going to teach is Nailcare Servicing Aid. The topic is Practice Occupational Health and Safety Procedures. Okay, class, please all stand. Zell, please lead the prayer. Good morning, class. How are you today? That's great. I am glad to hear that. What makes you happy today? Very good. Before you take your seat, let us have an energizer. So I will present here a video presentation and just follow the step. Okay, class, did you get me? Okay, class, very good. We are done to our energizer. Wow, grabe ka-active sa akong mga students. Uy, makahappy kaayo mo, class. Class, can you hear me? Okay. Before you take your seat, pick out all the mist around and throw it to the trash can. And class, please arrange your chair properly. So now, I will check your attendance first. If your name is called, please acknowledge. Very good, class. No one is absent. Keep it up, class. Before we proceed to our next topic, let us have an review. Who among you still remember what we discussed last meeting? Yes, Jana. Stand up. Okay, very good. And now, what is hazard and risk? Yes, Benson. Please stand up. Okay, exactly. I'm glad that you're studying well. So, as what Benson said, hazard is something that has the potential to cause harm, while risk is the likelihood of harm taking place based on exposure to the hazard. Okay, class, let's move on to the next topic. Are you excited to know what is our lesson for today? Okay, class, very good. I hope you'll listen carefully and let me know that this subject is very interesting for us. I hope you enjoy with this subject and also to your teacher as well. Okay, class, before we start our lesson for today, let's have a short game entitled Arrange Me. Are you familiar with that game, class? Okay, very good. Okay, class, here's the mechanic of the game. I want you to arrange the scrambled letters and place the letter to the correct word. And I want you to prepare one more sheet of paper and I will collect that later. Okay, class, are you all set? Okay, very good. Based from the activity today, what do you think is our discussion for today? Yes, Jane, please stand up. Okay, very good. Class, for today's lesson, we are going to learn about how to determine hazard and risk in beauty salon. But before we proceed to our discussion, give me an example of hazard and risk. Yes, Jana? Okay. What else? Yes, Benson. Very good. Okay, class. Now, let's have an activity. Since you are already familiar with the different hazard and risk in beauty salon. Okay, class, now you need to connect the pictures from column B to column A to its definition. Please follow my instruction. Is that clear? Okay, very good. You may now start answering. Okay, class. Are you all done? Okay, very good. Stay tuned muna kasi later I will collect that. Now, I will going to show the correct answer. Hazard and risk class is belong to the practice of occupational health and safety procedures. So, hazard is anything that can cause injury, illness, property of damage, or loss of material. Risk is the probability and severity of a worker being harmed by the hazard. Okay, class, now we are going to discuss the practice of occupational health and safety procedures. But before we proceed to our discussion, I remind you, if the teacher is talking in front of you, we are going to listen carefully and take down notes, the important point. Okay, class. Okay pa ba ang tanan? Okay, very good. So, they have 5 basic workplace of hazard. So, first is the chemical hazard. And the second one is the physical hazard. And the third one is the biological hazard. And the fourth one is the ergonomic hazard or job-related hazards. And the last one is the psychological hazard or stress. Okay, class, now we're going to know the chemical hazard. Workers exposed to chemicals found in glues, polishes, removers, emollients, and another salon products may experience negative health effects such as asthma and respiratory illnesses, skin disorder including allergic contact, dermatitis, liver disease, reproductive loss, and cancer. So, let's move on to the physical hazard. Physical hazard is an agent, factor, or circumstance that can cause harm with contact. They can be classified as a type of occupational hazard or environmental hazard. Physical hazards include ergonomic hazards, radiation, heat and colds, stress, vibration hazard, and noise hazard. Okay, class, for the biological hazards include bacteria, fungi, and viruses. Nail salon workers can be exposed to bloodborne pathogens such as hepatitis B, hepatitis C, and human immunodeficiency viruses or HIV. If they come into contact with infected blood from a co-worker or client. Now, class, let's move on to the ergonomic hazard or job-related hazards. Many salon workers adapt a poor posture to carry out their job. They may lean over and rest their arm on the desk, which strains their back and applies harmful pressure to contact points on their arms. The last one, class, is the psychological hazard. Psychological hazards are elements of the work environment, management practices, or organization practices that pose a risk to mental health and well-being. Common psychological hazards include exposure to harassment, violence of traumatic events. Okay, class, are we all set? Okay, are we all set? Now we are going to an oral recitation. Are you ready with that? Okay. Now, I'll give you 5 minutes to study our lesson today. Okay, you may now start studying. Okay, class, time is up. And now, I will call somebody to the class to answer my question. Are you ready, class? Okay, very good. Okay, class, please listen carefully. Number 1. What are the 5 basic workplace hazards? In order. Okay, Michelle? Okay, exactly. How about number 2? What is the difference between hazard and risk? Yes, Jerry? Okay, very good, students. Okay, class. Now, I will give you 10 points if you answered my question. Give your ideas. From the topic that we've discussed today, what do you think is the purpose of identifying the basic workplace hazard and risk? Give your ideas. Yes. Zen? Okay, exactly. Okay, class. Before I leave you, I want you to make a 4 to 5 minutes PowerPoint converted to a video about the 5 basic workplace hazard in the beauty salons. So, here are the rubric of your output. Okay, class. Now, I will call 2 students to summarize their understanding about the topic. Okay, Aljan. Okay, exactly. Yes, Benson. Okay, very good, students. Sadie, please stand out. What do you think is the importance of knowing the hazard and risk? Yes, very good. Okay, class. Meron pa tayong natitira na oras. I'll give you an assessment. So, please prepare one board sheet of paper. So, the direction is read the following statement and choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on a separate sheet. Okay, class, you may now start answering. Okay, class, are you all done? Okay, very good. Pass it on the front of your classmates. Okay, class, this is the end of our lesson for today. Goodbye and see you tomorrow.